Field in downtown Detroit. We're in quarter number 2, and it's the Lions who are in possession of the football. Now a 2nd and 10. Flacco. Throw out wide is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Caught by Allen. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. The Lions had 8-3 now. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. The Bears now ready to take over again. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Well, he and his offense were staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they'd pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
He'll get this off to Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Throwing is Williams. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends of what we've seen so far.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. His numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. St. Brown making the catch on the out route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Any questions of how they'd approach this drive were answered right there. They come out throwing, and they get a nice pickup here toward the end of the first half.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. 2nd and 7. Flacco. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Flacco from midfield. Going deep here for Allen. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quality coverage that time to slow down has been the main source of offense against them thus far. Got to find a way to slow down that ball in the air.
2nd and 10. Here's Flacco. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Flacco will take to the air again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Flacco off play action. And that will be incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
On 4th down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. Bates' kick is good. That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So we're at halftime here in the annual Thanksgiving game in Detroit. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the 2nd half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Joe Flacco and company heading back out onto the field. And the first half was not kind to him, and he knows that. 3 interceptions.
Let's go downstairs.
Still tied, so kind of a clean slate.
I'd say it's a reprieve because ordinarily you throw 3 interceptions, your team should be behind. So he has to be thinking to himself, okay, I'm off the hook for that.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. To throw, it's Williams. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's able to get it to
Guys, you got to keep it down. Sabrina was sleeping.
7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
You guys are still too loud.
Swift diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So this game tied at the half, but we are tied no more. A touchdown there on the opening sequence of this third quarter.
And what a great drive put together by their offensive coordinator.
Downstairs.
He had a plan, and they executed it almost to perfection, coming right out of the locker room. Now they're feeling good about their chances here in the second half.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Oh, some strong running. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're
there we go,
and how you continue to lead.
That was pretty good.
He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
That pass caught. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Gibbs. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level. Make sure that block's secured before they slide off.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Hayden Hurst, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point right down the middle. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Chicago offense set to get started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10.
That's Brandon's it.
Williams will get this out wide to Odunze. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
I like watching the wide receivers.
There's no ducky, no follow.
Teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can go big.
And they'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the gun, here's Williams. And his throw
Because I know smart.
Where are you guys going?
Guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here's Williams. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
They brought in a heavy set on third down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
What did you talk to me about?
Under pressure, and down it goes. They sack it back at the 36. So second and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun, a throw from Williams. But the man is committed at the tight end.
Nobody cares because I was thinking all you did.
Let's not quibble the game there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got it to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on third down.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Looking to throw is Williams.
No,
That's
it's
complete right
not
side
even
to Matt.
needed for
And
that,
stopped a
baby.
few yards
It's
shy
a
of the goal
funeral.
line at the 3.
You're not
That is a
asking to
gain
go
of
party,
16
you're
to
asking
set
to
them
go
up 1st and
to the
goal.
spot. I will get you there in any way, shape, or form. Because I already told you that I was going to let you
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he probably should have given
That
that
was the
one
plan,
off as
to
he's
let
going
me
to get
get-
hit
let
and
me
taken
and
down
just
behind
go.
the line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
It is
Swift
all
gonna try
about
up the middle.
you
Stops
guys
short.
who need to all
Down
go.
at the 1. Had the broken tackle, but couldn't get it all the way home. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll run with Swift. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears.
That's kind of an important thing that I need to know.
DeAndre Swift with his 2nd touchdown of the
Because
game.
I'm going to go
number 8
in
on the
pay
season.
respect to
And the
Aunt Marie
Bears
too.
have taken the lead. Santos able
Your
to
Aunt
tack
Marie
on the
is not
extra
your
point,
grand.
and they will take a 7-point lead.
Aunt Marie never did anything to me. And she's always nice.
Now
So
after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one
I
away.
need to make sure.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down.
He's in out.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive. So we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after
I'm
having
with
sat
your
there
dad.
for a long time.
I'm
Are
on
you
the
ready to
same page with
go?
your dad.
Are you loosened
He knows
up?
that I
But
want
even
to.
more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
Does that make you feel better knowing
Now
that?
on a first down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
It's Coach Lee.
Just a yard, and that will bring up second down.
That doesn't make sense.
What?
We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. 2nd and 9.
Where?
Passing play, Flacco. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bears take over. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll be marked down at the 20.
Anything you need, just let us know.
7.
And that's just an ideal run to start this drive because they're in full ball control mode now. So if we keep ripping off 7, 8, 9 yards of carry, you're going to have a great chance of finishing off this game.
Working out of the gun, Williams. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his second year.
Is that a happy sushi dance?
Back, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Give him 9 yards on the carry there, a good run, and now 2nd and goal. Once more Montgomery, and I don't think he got in. He did not. They mark him short of the goal line. They tried to get the nose of the football across to no avail, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, Dad, go upstairs if you're in the you can leave with me, go get stuff in college.
You want to go get your friends?
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Oh, now you're
Montgomery will take this one in. It's a Lions touchdown. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Well, hope you've enjoyed your Thanksgiving. All tied, so you still got a reason to avoid Uncle Ed a little longer as the kick is away here. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll
So she was there, or?
No, he gave them his address and they
Well,
were
they just
there.
gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. A quick throw to Odunze on the RPO.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
The rest she's called ice.
She's called ice on my grandpa, called ice on Ricky, called ice on me. She's got ice on my dead dad.
Gets into enemy territory. 15 yards there for number 15.
Just more of the same here. That's back-to-back catches for him to start the drive.
And because it's all considered technically anonymous,
You don't have to reveal the name.
right. But we know where it's up
But
to.
every time something like this happens,
It's right after.
they tell me, oh,
2nd down and 6 now.
Did she? Yeah, did she?
I don't know.
no,
To throw, Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. 7 catches for him now.
But with Angel being out there, working on the van and stuff like that,
if they've got good hands, then of
that's
course
why she was coming after us. So that's why.
That makes it easier for the quarterback to kick him out and deliver.
He freaked out.
No gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Once again, it's Swift.
That's why he apologized.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27.
I was so scared to my grandpa that I was missing out there.
Rushing for him now with a couple
I knew you were busy with the kids and I was
Both
just...
teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Tackled there by Alex Anzalone.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down.
But you understand
now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
My grandpa is having the dementia that's really bad. My grandpa didn't realize that I grew up with my cousin Alyssa today.
He'll get that complete to his tight end.
My cousin Alyssa, who is less than a year younger than me. He said, I'm at my house growing
That's
up.
always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in
With
the
him,
National
I
Football
talked
League.
to
And you and I both know the quarterbacks
they
love
said
these
that
large tight ends and
they
whatnot.
do follow-up on
They're wide receivers who are just
Paul
and have a
that
little more weight. These guys catch the
they
ball,
were
make big
they
plays
were
downfield. In the old
95%
days,
positive
you wanted them to
that
block.
he
Now
was
coaches want
a
to catch the
good
football
him,
first.
but they have to.
Santos' kick is up and
They
through,
crossed
and they have
for the
taken the
team.
lead here in the
It
fourth
showed
quarter.
that he worked for the
So the
sheriff.
drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from home.
They have to make sure they have the right.
Defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have
Were you out there when the officers were there?
trying to do so. But I know as a former
Princess
player, in
was.
the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
My aunt
Jamison
was there.
Williams and the Lions get set for this next
That,
possession.
I feel bad for
They
her.
might wanna
I gotta
mix
go
something
talk
up
to her.
defensively because he's been
Because
shredding
this
them
all
a bit,
happened while
hasn't he?
in the middle
That he
of
has,
her
and
husband who has
even with
frontal
all the
lobe
changes that you
dementia
know are
too.
going on the
Ray
defensive
having
side of the
sex.
ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the
They
right
had to get my
spots,
cousin
and the
over there.
delivery's been pretty
Stop
good
him
too.
from
He's
hurting
over
himself.
100 yards, has the 1 touchdown.
Okay, easy and running up and down the
Give
steps.
him 3 on 1st down.
You need kids
They'll set
upstairs.
up a 2nd and 7. From the gun, Flacco. Open man right side is St. Brown. And they get
I
him down,
didn't
but
hear
not
what you
before he
said.
takes
You're
it.
mumbling and you're talking to me on the stairs right now.
3 points
Let William be
separating
right
these two
now.
sides
We
with
go
2
back
minutes left to
upstairs.
go
We will
in the
get
fourth.
William in a little bit. We need
So the
kids out of
Lions
this
in
room.
possession of the football as we welcome you back. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
But don't ever tell the story.
And he bats it away, and it falls down
That's what that
incomplete.
was?
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to work
That's
some
what
of the
you
shorter
heard.
stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
That's why she was
Flacco.
having one night.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars, get the ball to them in open space, and let them do what they
I also
do.
told him don't talk about that
Now
stuff.
Flacco.
But it's Jackie because
Looking
he's
left
sick.
side, and he's got him in.
He's got to remember
That's
that
Gibbs.
he's sick.
And this will be a
Not
gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open,
Why
not
do
just
they say when?
anticipate it.
Here's 2nd down.
It's all about that. And I told him, nobody's
Flacco.
mad at you for telling typical ghost stories. They're bad at you for telling things to a 6-year-old.
Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe pull the reins back here a bit.
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too
And
quickly.
he's like,
Now 1st and goal.
I told him last
They'll run
night
with
that
Montgomery. He takes it across
not
for
that's
the
not
touchdown,
scary.
and they've taken the lead
About
here
the
in the final minute of the fourth.
that wasn't fair.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of
Usually
here with
not.
a come-from-behind victory.
I
Here are
told
the
him,
Lions
you
now
know, the
as they
stuff he's
line up
talking
and
about,
kick
the
this one
type
away.
of things like that, that's not the same thing as the
And
other,
not
the
willing
really
to
bad
risk a
stuff.
return. This
Now,
ball's going to come
had
out
he
to the
start
30-yard
telling
line.
stories
So now
like
the
about
Bears
Pennywise
down by
Todd
4, 20 seconds to go.
that were
How
evil
will
like
this
that
thing
about
pan out? We'll
the
watch
evil
as they
stole
come
something
up on
talented.
first down.
Based upon that would have been different. But this is
Back
the
to
kind of
throw.
stuff that kids talk about.
And he can't get a throw.
Unfortunate.
He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. As they'll come with 15
Go
seconds
Stories.
to play in the ball game. They'll come up now on second down. Back to throw.
And there's nothing wrong with playing Ghost Stories. Still think it's but like if other stick of board
That is a
stuff.
lifeline there with third down coming up. He'll look to throw.
So it's not even,
Dancing to his left.
and now that we know in context what he is saying,
Now they do
it makes
indeed get the
sense.
timeout,
It
so
makes
all
it
is not
easier.
lost. They'll have a chance for
And we
one
know that
final
it's
heave to
just
the end
the
zone.
typical kitty thing, not a 10-year-old looking at things that as older kids is
One final
watching,
shot. They'll look to
and
throw.
then kind of love kids.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Detroit, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm not mad, I was just thinking it was funny.
It's creepypasta 666. Generally speaking, the creepypasta sites are not hidden through the person.